In this video, I'm going to show you how to get the perfect testimonial video for your fitness studio. So why is it important to get testimonial videos for your studio? One, it creates credibility. So if someone's never heard of your fitness concept before, having someone actually tell their experience helps to create that credibility for your studio. It also helps for people to relate to a story. So if someone's on camera telling about how they, have more energy because of working out at your studio, and now they're able to play with their children, that could strike a nerve with someone and say, like, okay, maybe now it's time for me to actually start playing with my kids, have more energy, and then come take a workout class from your studio. So the first part of getting your testimonials is the setup. So when you're going to set up, you want to show your studio. So don't film in a little small office or somewhere in the back where there's lights and bathrooms and all that. We want to see your studio so we can get that branding. So if I were to draw your fitness studio, and mind you, everyone's going to be different, but just as a reference. So here's your fitness studio. Maybe you got like a little small office. We're not shooting there. But say here's all your workout equipment, and maybe here's like the front door, and here's like a big window that's shining bright. Put your prospect here, film there. So that way all of this is your studio, and we're seeing all that studio in the background. If you have some branding, that's another thing to include, where you can see maybe if you have a big sign. Find those different parts. Every studio is going to be different, but find that area where it shows your branding or it shows your equipment, shows them what they're going to see, so that creates that comfortability when they do decide to come in. They can be like, oh yeah, I've seen this before. It's that comfortability factor. So the next part is lighting. If you have a ring light, great. If not, we've linked one in the description below. That's pretty cost affordable. But what you want to do is just basically light them up, not too bright where it's like blaring in their face and they can't see and it's uncomfortable, but just a nice subtle light to evenly put their face. So if this was your camera, you would set up your ring light right here just to light them up nice. If you don't have a ring light and you don't want to get one just quite yet, a pro tip for you is to find a window. So say here is our window again, and use that natural light to light them up. So your prospect is here, and you're using that natural light to light them up if you don't want to get a ring light. So that's just a little pro tip. And then make sure to turn off your studio lights, because you'll have those like fluorescent or yellowy lights. That kind of creates a weird, not so great looking look to your video. So turn those off and let that window really shine and make that the key light for your videos. The next thing is audio, and this is super, super important. So if you take anything from this video, really take this thing. Get yourself a lapel mic, and again, we've linked it in the description below, a really cost affordable one. This will plug right into your iPhone. So if you have an iPhone, this will plug right into it, and this is huge. So some key tips. One, make sure you guys are filming not when there is a class time. You don't want the loud music and it becomes distracting. And if people are walking in and out, make sure it's like a downtime at your studio to film these, because you don't want those distractions. And it could, if you get the music playing in the background, it could be potentially flagged on Facebook. You may not think audio plays a big role, but it really does in videos, and it helps to not have any distractions when the prospect is looking at and watching your video. It just helps them to like hear the story, and that's they can focus on what they're saying rather than, oh, what's that sound in the background? I'm kind of distracted with everything. So, and then the last section in the setup portion is the recording part. iPhones work great. You don't have to go out and get the highest quality video equipment. We really just want to focus on the member. Obviously having all the gadgets and gadgets is cool, but the main focus is to hear the person's testimonial video and their experience. So an iPhone works great, and Androids too. I don't use Androids, but I'm sure they have great quality as well. So after you're done setting up, next is to start filming. So some key tips when you start to film. You want to make sure that you are eye level with your subject. So if your subject is sitting, you need to be sitting. If they're standing, you need to be standing. It's a really big key part in this, because if they're sitting and you're standing, they're going to be looking up, and that's just a weird look. On that same token as well, you don't want to film up at them, because that creates this, I'm a domination kind of look. So make sure to have a clean look, just straight onto the camera. You also want to make sure you let the person who is filming know to look straight at you, not at the camera. One, it'll make them feel more comfortable because nobody really likes to look at a faceless camera. It kind of is intimidating. So it's a lot helpful to have a conversation when you're looking at the subject and the subject is looking at you. Also, let them know to answer in full questions. So if you ask, what's your favorite thing about XYZ Fitness, make sure they answer, my favorite thing about XYZ Fitness is blank. That way, they're not going to hear your questions being asked in the video, so having them answer the full question makes the video editing a lot smoother. So here are a couple of questions to ask when filming your testimonial videos. You can definitely have them start off by saying their name and where they work out, just so you have that, like, hi, I'm blank and I work out at XYZ Fitness here in Scottsdale, Arizona. You can get that branding in there so people know if they're watching this video, oh yeah, I'm from Scottsdale, so this must pertain to me. Another thing is to ask, when did you join and why did you join? Now, at first they might just say, oh yeah, I joined because I wanted to start working out a little bit more. That's not really the real reason that they started to work out. Dive into it a little bit more. Yeah, like, why did you want to start working out? Oh, well, I just kind of was feeling a little sluggish lately. Oh, well, why was that? I was feeling a little sluggish lately because I wasn't being able to play with my children. Now you can dive more into that, but when they start diving into it is when you get the real story, and that's when people can connect. So make sure to find those and listen, really truly listen to what they're saying, because then you can ask follow-up questions that will help tell the story. Another question to ask is, what's a big milestone or goal that they've hit since joining your fitness studio? A key thing to know if you're going to be using these videos for marketing is to avoid numbers that you can't prove happen only because of your fitness studio. So if Jane lost 20 pounds, don't have her say, yeah, I lost 20 pounds, because you can't necessarily prove that came exactly from your studio. She could have changed her diet or things like that, but focus more on energy or her quality of sleep, those types of benefits. Now, if you want the full list of questions, you can download the cheat sheet in the description below. So the last step in your testimonial video, so you did set up, you filmed it, you asked the questions. Now it's time to edit. So there's three options for you for editing. One, you can do it yourself, which if you're not a pro at or had any experience with video editing, it could take you a little while, so just know that going into it. So, but there are some free options like iMovie, Movie Maker, Lightworks. Those are some tools you can use to edit yourself for free. Another option is you can pay someone to do it and get it a lot quicker. It's a lot faster. So you can use places like Fiverr, that's Fiverr, or Upwork, or if you work with Loud Rumor, we can actually do that for you. So we can take those testimonial videos so you can use them for your advertising videos. So to wrap things up, testimonial videos are super important for credibility for your studio. Your members are gonna feel like little superstars in front of the camera, and it'll be a really special thing for them. On top of that, make sure that with any video that you create, you wanna ask yourself, what is the goal of this video? So who you're choosing for the video. Maybe someone has a special story, or maybe someone is a really enthusiast for you. You want to choose those types of people. But what's the goal of the video? And it's going to make things in your process streamlined. So if you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe for more videos just like this one.